Okay, good evening, everyone. So in the last class, we have seen like how to install some web server in the Linux instance. And also we have hosted a simple website, right? Okay. So today we will discuss about another component available on EC2 service, which is Amazon Machine Image. So what is this AMI? What is this AMI? Amazon Machine Image. What is the use of that, or what it contains, or what it will provide? So whenever you are creating the EC2 instance, that EC2 instance requires some operating system, softwares, configurations, everything will be there, right? But we never install the operating system manually, and we never configured any settings also. The EC2 instance is available and it is ready to use, right? How all the operating systems got installed, or how the configurations were done, that is because of this Amazon Machine Image. Amazon Machine Image is a kind of a template. What is the meaning of a template? Which has some kind of information, right? Some kind of instructions or something. So AMI is a template or an image. AMI is an image which contains operating system, softwares, configuration, and data. Everything will be included into the Amazon Machine Image as a package. At the time of creating the EC2 instance, based on what AMI we have selected, your EC2 instance will be created with the content available in that particular Amazon Machine Image. So as of now, we have created Windows instance, Linux instance, and whatever the AMIs we have used, those are the Amazon provided AMIs. That means AWS will provide you some default AMIs. Those AMIs we have used. So is there any way that we can create our own Amazon Machine Image? Or what is the necessity of creating our own Amazon Machine Image? Because whatever the EC2 instances we created, they are working fine and everything is good, right? So why should we create our own Amazon Machine Image? Okay, before going to discuss with that, first let us write down about what is this Amazon Machine Image. So this Amazon Machine Image or AMI is an image which provide operating system, configuration, data, and optional softwares. Optional softwares or applications, whatever it is. So in the last AMI, whatever we have used to create our EC2 instance, it doesn't contain any softwares, right? We didn't get any softwares because we selected some plain Amazon Machine Image, which deploys or which installed the Windows Server operating system and the operating system configuration and the data. Data means any files or folders, that is called as a data. Now the question is, why should we create our own Amazon Machine Image? There is no mandate that everybody has to create their own Amazon Machine Images. Let us say in your office, what we call that, there is a requirement that whatever the new instance got created, it must be installed with some pre-defined softwares. So what I can say is, there are some what we call the basic softwares or basic tools which are required in every EC2 instance or every server, so that the employees doesn't require to download and install those optional softwares. If there is an option that we can install those softwares automatically at the time of creating the EC2 instance, that will reduce the time to install the softwares manually. Yesterday we created one Windows instance, right? And it didn't get with any operating any applications. Let us say if I need some kind of a WinZip or a WinRAR, then what I have to do? I need to download the software and I need to install it. Let us say I need some other software like Microsoft Office or any kind of optional softwares. Everything the employees has to download and install them manually, which might take some extra time, or sometimes the employees might download the softwares from unofficial sites, so that some virus or a malware will get into that, right? So in that case, if you would like to install all your EC2 instances with some basic softwares automatically, Amazon don't provide those AMIs, right? Because Amazon don't know what is your requirement. Let us say if we have a requirement that the EC2 instance to be created with some basic softwares or basic tools, then we have to prepare our own Amazon machine image. So what we can do is, if we need the EC2 instance to be created along with few default applications, then we need to create our own Amazon machine image. That is called as a custom Amazon machine image or custom AMI. What is that custom AMI is? We are going to prepare our own Amazon machine image. Let us say if you go for some shopping and if you purchase some ready-made item, that was like pre-configured, right? It will not be customized. If you are going to manufacture that, or if you are going to some customizations, if you are what we call that, if you are preparing that item on your own by providing some details, that will be prepared as per your requirement, right? So no need to do any modifications after buying that. In the same way, if we are able to prepare our own Amazon machine image, and if we use that custom Amazon machine image to create our instances, then your EC2 instance will be created along with all the applications, whatever we include into the AMI. So yesterday we created one EC2 instance, right? What it contains? Linux EC2 instance. What that Linux EC2 instance contains? No elastic IP, we removed it. Okay, I'm talking about the operating system, software, and configurations. Do you remember what we have done in the last session? First, we created one EC2 instance, right? And with which operating system we created that? Linux operating system, which is Amazon Linux 2. Then what we have done? We installed HTTPD web server, which is nothing but a software or application, right? Which is a software or application. And then what we have done? We did some configuration that HTTPD service to be start automatically. This is called as configuration, right? We configured that service to be started automatically. And then we created some data, right? Which data? We created one object called index.html. So in this server, we have an operating system, and we have the software, we have the configuration, and we have some data. If you use the default Amazon Linux 2 AMI, you don't get all these three, right? You will only get the Amazon Linux 2 operating system, and we have installed all these things manually. Assume that you have a requirement that whatever the new EC2 instance got created, it must be pre-installed with the web server software, and the configuration to be like the service to be started automatically, and this data to be exist on each and every server by default. You might ask why we need the website. Just for example, I took the website. You might install like WinZip software or a WinRAR or what we call that, any open source tools like OpenOffice, any free tools you can install and you can check it. Already we have that server, right? But we don't have any AMI which contains all these components, right? If I create one Amazon machine image with all these components, and if I name it as my AMI, from the next moment onwards, if I use that newly created AMI called my AMI, the new instance will be installed with all these components automatically. No need to install or no need to configure anything. So let us say if you have a requirement to create the EC2 instances with predefined software, then we have to create our own Amazon machine image. Now the question is how to create our Amazon machine image. Already we have like, how can we create the Amazon machine image? Basically, the Amazon machine image is a kind of a snapshot or a backup. Whatever is available, that we will include as an image. Image is nothing but a kind of a backup. So first what we have to do is to create the AMI. First, we need to create one server. And you need to, server means we need to create the EC2 instance. And this EC2 instance comes with Linux operating system. And then you have to install whatever the softwares you need and whatever the configurations you need. And you need to prepare that EC2 instance according to your requirement. And from here, if you create the Amazon machine image, this image contains whatever the components available in this EC2 instance. And now if we use this AMI and if you create the new EC2 instance, whatever is available here, the same thing will be automatically deployed or created in this EC2 instance. You might get a question like, the same IP address will be assigned to this. Here, there is one IP address like this, right? I said like everything will be automatically installed and configured. The same IP address will be assigned here also. No, because IP address must be unique. Like our mobile numbers or the email addresses, how they are unique, IP address must be unique. And we no need to worry about these things because Amazon will take care of maintaining all the IP addresses to be unique. So coming to the IP address and whatever the things to be unique, they will be maintained by Amazon, so that no need to worry about the configuration. Just we have to create the instance and automatically all the softwares and the configurations will be done. So you will get some clarity on that. Already we have one existing Linux EC2 instance, right? In that Linux EC2 instance, we have all these components. If I create a new AMI, from this EC2 instance, that AMI will contain all these components automatically. So first what we do is, let us create an AMI from, wait a second, let me see the name of that EC2 instance. Okay, Linux server. Okay. So we will create an AMI from the EC2 instance called a Linux server. Create an AMI from Linux server and name it as my web server. Just we can give any name to the AMI. This will be the name of the AMI. Always the AMI to be created from the EC2 instance. And in that EC2 instance, whatever is existing, that will be automatically included into the AMI. Okay, right. So now we will see like how to create this. Once we create the AMI, then create a new EC2 instance using the custom AMI. Or I can say, I will name it as from AMI. Just for identification purpose, I will name the server as from AMI. We are going to create a new EC2 instance. This time, instead of using the default AMI, we will use the newly created Amazon machine image. So that this EC2 instance will come with pre-installation of the web server and configuration of that particular service and this particular web page as a data. So by default, the website will be up and running and anybody can access that particular website. So instead of a website, you can go with any software. You can install some software and you can create some files manually and you can create the AMI. And in the new instance, all the data will be automatically available. If you go for any company, they will prepare their own Amazon machine images with prerequisite applications. Because if you go further, every server will get with some kind of a Notepad++. This is a Notepad, right? There is something called tools like Notepad++ or Atom, some kind of tools which can be useful for editing the files, or something called like what we call some tools like to connect to the database or to connect to some other applications. There are some, every organization will have their own set of tools. So they can prepare the AMI with all the minimum required tools so that no need to install all the tools manually. Okay, all right. Any question? Okay, so now first what we do is let us create our Amazon machine image from the existing EC2 instance, which already installed with some web server configuration and some data. So first log into your Amazon account, and then navigate to the service called EC2. Navigate to the service called EC2 and go to the instances. Select the EC2 instance from which you would like to create the Amazon machine image. Let us say if you would like to take some backup, you have some files in your laptop and you would like to copy all the data from your laptop to pen drive. What we do? You have to connect the pen drive to the same laptop and then you have to copy from your laptop to pen drive. In the same way, to create the Amazon machine image, that is only possible from the EC2 instance. You have to select the EC2 instance and go to actions. Click on actions menu. And then here, click on image and templates. Click on image and templates. And then here, click on create image. And then click on create image. So then here you have to give a name. What is the name we decided? We decided to give a name as my web server. In the description, you can give anything. So what I do is I will give a description which will, what do you call that? Which will show that what this AMI contains. I can say Amazon Linux 2, HTTPD, and what I say, a simple web page, HTML web page. You can use some description. So by seeing the name, we can identify that this AMI contains Amazon Linux 2 operating system, HTTPD web server, and some HTML web page. Then scroll down and size. You can define what will be the size of that particular storage. So we will go with the default one, but this can be changed at the time of creating the EC2 instance. While creating the EC2 instance, you can go with 20 GB hard disk, 30 GB hard disk. That depends on your requirement. And then scroll down. And here, click on create image. Now the image will be created. Image is nothing but a kind of a snapshot. That means it contains whatever the data is available in the EC2 as a snapshot. Snapshot is nothing but a kind of a backup, image level backup. It's not like a kind of file or folder level backup. That is an image level backup. Everything will be automatically captured as an image. Okay. So it will take some time to create the Amazon machine image, depending on the size of the data. And to check the status of that AMI Amazon machine image on the left side, if you scroll down, you can find out an option called images. Click on AMIs. And you can see there is one AMI is existing here. And if I scroll aside, you can see the name as my web server. And if I scroll a little bit, you can see the status as a pending. So now the question is, I created one AMI, right? Can you guys use my AMI in your Amazon account? Can you guys use my Amazon machine image in your Amazon account? By default, no. By default, no. Why? Because if you see here, visibility, what is the visibility here? Private. That means this Amazon machine image is available only in my account. And moreover, all these are region specific. What is the meaning of a region specific? This AMI is only available in the region in which we created. So by using this Amazon machine image, we can create the EC2 instances in Northern Virginia region. But if you need the same kind of EC2 instance in Mumbai, so what we have to do? You might say like we can create a new AMI in the Mumbai region also. Apart from that, is there any option? We can copy the image from one region to other region. That is also possible. We will see that. First, we will create our EC2 instance using the AMI which got created. So still the status is pending. Is it visible if I reduce the size? No? Okay. Because if I increase the size, always I have to scroll sideways. By default, that is a private, because sometimes I might use some confidential data, right? Some kind of proprietary softwares will be there. So if by default, if it is a public, anybody can use, right? If I make it as a public, you guys can use it. That we will see. How can we convert this image into a public, or how can we share this image with a specific account only? Like instead of sharing with everybody, I can share with only one person also. All these things we can see. Okay, let me check what is the status. What is the status here? Available. So now the AMI is ready to use, and we can use this AMI to create the EC2 instance in the same region called Northern Virginia. You cannot use this AMI in different region by default. Okay, so now let us see how to create our EC2 instance using this particular custom AMI. And for that new EC2 instance, I'm going to give the name as from AMI. Okay, so now we got created the AMI, right? So is it mandate that we have to keep this server? Can I delete it? If I delete this EC2 instance, is there anything going wrong with the Amazon machine image? Let us try it. Once you create the AMI, the EC2 instance and the Amazon machine image are independent. Once the creation process is done, there will be no relation between the EC2 instance and the Amazon machine image. You can delete it also. Why I am deleting it is, once you create the EC2 instance, how can we check that everything got installed? By trying to access the website, right? So you guys might get a question like, are we able to access the website from the old server or the newly created server? There might be some confusion, right? So if I delete the old server, there is no website running in our account. If we are able to access the website, that must be from the newly created EC2 instance. That's the reason I'm deleting the old EC2 instance. It got terminated. Sometimes you guys might get confused with, or you guys might be worried that after deleting the EC2 instance also, you can see the entry in your account. It will take 30 minutes to clean up the entry from your dashboard. In the backend, the server will be deleted. Once you see the state as a terminated, Amazon will stop counting the hours. Every 30 minutes, this entry will be removed. Maximum, it will take up to 30 minutes to remove the entry from your console. Okay, so now let us create the new EC2 instance. Instead of using the default Amazon machine image, let us use our newly created Amazon machine image. So now how can we create the new EC2 instance? What is the process? First, go to the EC2 service and then instances. Click on launch instances. So here you can give some name, right? I will give the name as any name you can, that doesn't matter. So now here. Okay, click on browse more AMIs. Okay, now select free tier. Where it is? Where is that free tier? You're talking about this one. This is not the AMI which we created, right? This is the Amazon provided. This is not the AMI which we created. If you use this, you will get the default operating system. You don't get all your data. So here there are 4 different tabs, right? There is one tab called My AMIs. If you click here, you can see all your tabs. Sorry, in this tab, you can see all your AMIs. Is this the one which we created? This is the name we have given, and this is the description we have given. So by seeing this description, I can understand that if I use this AMI, my EC2 instance will be installed with Amazon Linux 2 operating system, HTTPD software, and a HTML web page. Okay, so select this one. And from here, every option will be the same. Okay, so now we are creating the EC2 instance, right? Every EC2 instance must be attached with a security group. All right, okay, so now scroll down. So here, the first thing is instance type. Always, I recommend to use t2.micro because that is a free tier eligible. And here I will select the key pair. You can use the same key pair for all the EC2 instances. And then network settings, click on edit. So subnet, if you have a requirement that this EC2 instance must be available in like 1A, 1B, 1C, you can select. And if you don't select, like if you leave as a no preference, your EC2 instance will be created in one of the 6 availability zones. Obviously, auto assign public IP will be enabled. Now the security group part. In the security group, the connection will be possible using the inbound rules, right? What inbound rules we have to create? First thing is, this is a Linux machine, right? So remote login, which port we have to open? 22. Okay, that is a port number. What is the protocol? SSH protocol. For remote login to the Linux machine, we have to use the SSH protocol. So we have to open SSH and then the website to be accessible. So HTTP you have to open. So how can we do that? Along with the SSH, you can click on add security group rule, and you can add 80 and 443 also. But already in the last session, we created 2 security groups in which one will allow the communication on SSH port and the other will allow the communication on 80 and 443. Can we use the existing security groups to this EC2 instance? Yes, you can. So here you can see there is one option called select existing security group. And if you click here, it will show you the list of all security groups available in your network. So this is mandatory, right? And then this one. So you can see total 2 security groups are getting attached with your EC2 instance. This Linux SSH will allow the remote connection to the Linux computer, like remote login, and this will allow the website access. Okay, now how much size you need for your EC2 instance? Can I change this to 10? You can, because AMI was created with 8 GB. So you must create 8 or more than 8. We cannot go for like less than 8. If you do like this, it will give you an error. You cannot select less than 8 GB. See here, volume is smaller than the snapshot. Must be at least 8. 8, or you can go with more than 8 also. Okay. And this is the root volume, right? This is the root volume in which the operating system is getting installed. That is called as a root volume. So here, what is this option? Delete on termination, yes. What is the meaning of that? If you delete the EC2 instance, automatically this storage will be deleted. That is the default option of all your root volumes. If you delete your EC2 instance, the root volume will be automatically deleted. And then just scroll down, and here you can review all the options, whatever you have selected, and click on launch instance. Now, what will happen with this EC2 instance? This EC2 instance will be created with Amazon Linux 2 operating system, and the HTTPD web server will be installed, and the service will be configured to be started automatically. And in that var www.html folder, index.html page will be created. By combining all these, we can say that that EC2 instance will be running with a web page. So what I do is, even I don't want to log into the EC2 instance. Directly, I will use the IP address of that EC2 instance, and we will check the website is accessible or not. If we are able to access the website, then what we can say, everything got installed automatically. If you are unable to access, then there might be something wrong with your AMI. Okay, just wait till the instance state is available. Okay, it is showing running. So now what I do is I will copy the public IP address, and you can see that. That means web server got installed, website got created, and the service got configured to be started automatically. Just for example, I took that particular web server. You can go with any application. You can go with any kind of a data. You can place 1 GB of data. The same 1 GB of data will be available in all the newly created EC2 instances. Okay. So now this AMI, I think it would be better if I mention the region also, because these all are region specific. So we have that particular AMI in the Northern Virginia region, so that we can create the EC2 instances in the same region. Now create a new EC2 instance, and let us name it as web server 2 in Mumbai region. Using the AMI my web server available in Northern Virginia region. So what we are doing is we are creating a new EC2 instance in Mumbai region using the AMI which is available in Northern Virginia region. So directly we cannot create that we will see practically, and then we will see the steps how to use that Amazon machine image in a different region. Okay, so now first go to your EC2 service, and to create the EC2 instance in Mumbai region, what we have to do first? First, we have to change the region, because whatever you create in this page, they will be created in the Northern Virginia. Now I would like to create in Mumbai. So click on the region and select the Mumbai region here. And it will be changing to Mumbai, and there are no EC2 instances running in Mumbai region. So you cannot see the instances in Northern Virginia in this particular region. If you go to this page, you can see the instances running in Mumbai only. Okay. So now I will show you, like, are we able to create the instance using that AMI or not? So the same process, click on launch instance, give some name. And if I go to here, and if I click on my AMIs, you cannot see any AMI here. Right? So now what we have to do is, we can say that by default, you cannot copy or you cannot use the AMIs in a different region. To do that, the first step, what we have to do is copy the AMI, and what is the name of the AMI? My web server from Northern Virginia to Mumbai region. You can use any name, that doesn't matter. I will say my web server from Virginia. You can use any name, that doesn't matter. Just to identify that this AMI is copied from Northern Virginia to Mumbai. That's why I'm using this name. After that, we can create the new EC2 instance. Without copying, you cannot create the EC2 instance using that Amazon machine image. Okay, so now the AMI to be copied from which region to which region? Northern Virginia to Mumbai. So always you have to go to the source region. Source means from where you are copying, you have to go there. So right now I'm in Mumbai, right? If I click on AMIs, you cannot see any AMIs here, right? Okay. So now let me switch the region to the Northern Virginia, because the AMI is available in Northern Virginia region. Switch to the Northern Virginia region and then click on AMIs. Then you can see the AMI here, right? Select the AMI, click on actions, click on copy AMI, and we are not yet done. AMI copy name. So my web server from Virginia. Description also you can use anything. My web server copied from Virginia, which contains Amazon Linux 2, HTTPD, and HTML web page. You can use any description which you can understand easily. Then to which region you would like to copy? Mumbai. So from the drop down under the destination region, you have to select Mumbai. This is the destination region, Mumbai. So from this Northern Virginia region, we are copying the AMI to the Mumbai. And here, this copy process involve some charges. I think you might be charged like $0.01. 0.01, like, because we are copying the data from one region to other, right? Or even less than that, which you can ignore that, okay? 0.01 means almost like less than 1 rupee or so, 70 pice or 80 pice. Okay, so here, then once you select this, click on copy AMI. And you can see it can take a few minutes for the AMI to be copied, because it's like almost like 8 GB of data, and the 8 GB of data to be copied from all the way from Northern Virginia to Mumbai. So definitely it will take some time, right? And where we can see the status, how much data got copied and all the things, where we can observe. So the AMI is getting copied to the Mumbai, right? Switch to the Mumbai region. Switch the region to Mumbai. And here you can see a new AMI existing. And you see the status as pending, because it is getting copied from Virginia to Mumbai, which will take a few minutes of time, because it has to be copied like almost like 8 GB of data. So just wait for like 2 minutes or so. Once it is created, then we can use this AMI to create the EC2 instance in Mumbai region also. And also, are we going to charge for this AMI? Are we going to charge for this AMI? Yes, yes, because it will consume some space, right? Every AMI will consume some space. So by default, In the free tier, they will give you 5 GB of a free space. So once you are done with your practice, if you delete, you will not be charged. Because total, these two will combinedly like 16 GB or so, right? If you delete in 1 hour on a pro data basis, it will be like around like 1 GB or less than 1 GB, which we don't exceed the 5 GB limit. If you keep that as is, and if you are done with 1 month, then you will exceed that 5 GB free limit. Under the free tier, there is a 5 GB of snapshot space is a free. But this each image will be created as a snapshot, right? So if you maintain that for the 30 days, it will consume more space. So once you're done with your practice, if you delete the AMI, you will not be charged. Okay. So let me check what is the status. Still it is pending because almost 8 GB of size, right? It has to be copied all the way from Virginia to Mumbai. Let me refresh the page. Okay, so while it is getting created, we will see some information about the AMI. If you select the AMI, you can see the information about that AMI at the bottom. Every AMI will have the AMI ID. Like the EC2 instance is having the instance ID, your Amazon account is having the account ID. Every AMI will have the AMI ID. And then you can see the platform also, Linux or Unix, name, and who is the owner. This is my account ID. This account, AWS account, is the owner of that. And source is this one. And then if you click on the permissions tab, what is the permission right now? Private. You can share that, you can change that from private to public or with a specific account also. In the storage, you can see that this image snapshot size is 8 GB. That information is available here, like when it was created, what is the description, everything you can see here. Okay, right. So now let me refresh one more time to check the status of the image. So now the image is available, right? You can see the status as available. That AMI is successfully copied from Northern Virginia to Mumbai. Now we can proceed with the creation of the EC2 instance in Mumbai region. Okay, now let us see how to do that. Make sure that you are in Mumbai and then click on EC2 instances, launch instance. So I will say web server 2, any name you can. And even every time, no need to click on this browse more AMIs also. Directly you can click on my AMIs and it will show you the list of AMIs. What is this name? Web server from Virginia. This is the Mumbai AMI. If it is a Northern Virginia AMI, the name is just my web server. Just for differentiation, I use it two different names, right? Okay, and then just scroll down. Instance type. You can select the key pair. Sorry. So we have created one key pair in the Northern Virginia, right? Can I use that key pair here? Where is that? In the drop down, there is no key pair with the name called Virginia because the key pairs are region specific. You cannot use the key pairs across different regions. You might ask, what is this? Already I created that. Anyways, what I do is I will click on create new key pair. Let me give a name, Mumbai 2, because I don't have access to that old one. Somewhere I lost it. And the key pair type. There are two different types of key pairs. What are these two? This is generally used key pair, and this was recently introduced, which is not available for Windows instances. If you use this key pair, that will not be used for the Windows EC2 instances. Recently introduced key pair type ED25519. So if you select the RSA key pair type, that can be used with either Windows or Linux, that doesn't matter. Always it is recommended to use the RSA key pair type. And if you select the .pem, then it can be used with like your Windows and Linux and all the things. Always it is recommended to go with .pem. Click on create key pair. Key pair will be downloaded automatically. So then just let me select the network. So here you can see how many availability zones are there in the Mumbai. Only 3. But in the Northern Virginia, we have a 6. Okay, so let me select any region, that doesn't matter. So now, what is a security group here? We don't have any security groups. So we need to create one new security group. This is the name, which indicates that this security group will allow the SSH traffic, HTTP and HTTPS. In a single group, I'm going to allow all the 3 protocols. By default, the SSH will be open. And then we have to add 2 more rules, right? One is for 80 and one is for 443. Click on add security group rule. So here I will use the HTTP. Instead, directly you can type the number also, port number. Directly you can select this also, that doesn't matter. Source type, anywhere, always anywhere for the website. And we have to use one more thing called 443 if the website is running on HTTPS traffic. So 443, anywhere. And I can scroll down and click on launch instance. New EC2 instance is getting created. What is the problem? Okay, the T2.micro is the old version, right? That is not supported in 1C. In the 1C availability zone, what is the message? Your requested instance type T2.micro is not supported in your requested availability zone 1C. Please retry your request by not specifying an availability zone, or you can choose either 1A or 1B. In the 1C availability zone, they removed the T2.micro. Okay, let me click on edit instance config. And here, where is that network? This is the one, sorry. Yeah, let me select 1B, not 1C. Because in 1C, T2.micro is not available. Scroll down. Click on launch instance. So instance is getting created. Once the instance got created, we have to check that the website data and the configuration is available in that EC2 instance or not. Let us wait. Sometimes, almost all the times, if you create that, it is not available here. You have to refresh the page. You have to refresh the page to see the updates. Just wait for 2 minutes. You can see the web server 2 is ready. Let me use the IP address. And you can see that. So the website is ready. That means if you copy the AMI, every component will be automatically included into the new AMI also. So once you are done with your work, just you can terminate the instances. Okay. So let us see, like, I think everybody knows how to terminate the instance, right? Always it is recommended to delete the instances after your practice. Now, how to delete the AMI? Because that is also important, right? To avoid the unwanted charges. Delete the custom AMI. And what is the name? This is the name. From Mumbai region. Delete the newly copied custom AMI, which is available in the Mumbai region. If you delete the AMI from Mumbai region, it will not be deleted automatically from the Northern Virginia. And vice versa. If you delete from Northern Virginia also, it will not be deleted from Mumbai. From every region, you have to delete manually. Like to whatever the regions you copied, from every region, you have to delete manually. Now just we are deleting only from the Mumbai, and the AMI, which is available in Northern Virginia, we will do like things like how can we share with everyone, or how can we share with a specific person, all the things we can see. Okay, so now let us see how to delete it. Go to your EC2 and go to AMIs and make sure that you are in Mumbai, because we are trying to delete from the Mumbai only. Make sure that you are in Mumbai region. Select the AMI, then actions. Few people might think this is the option. That is not the option. Okay, click on actions. Go to deregister. You cannot see the delete option. You have to deregister. Deregister. Click on the deregister AMI, and it will ask you for the confirmation. And what is the message here? Snapshots are not automatically deleted when you deregister an AMI. I told you that all the data which is available in the AMI will be available in a snapshot in the backend, right? That snapshot will not be deleted automatically. We have to remove that snapshot manually. Just we are deregistering. That means this AMI will be, what do you call that? Delinked from the snapshot. But the snapshot we have to delete manually. So click on deregister AMI. So what are the steps is, the first one is deregister AMI. And the second one is delete the snapshot associated to the AMI. While the AMI is available, you cannot delete the snapshot. After deregistering the AMI, you have to delete that particular snapshot. Okay, so already we deregistered, right? Now how to delete the snapshot is, on the left side, you can see there is one option called snapshots under Elastic Block Store. So after this EC2, we are going to discuss about that feature only, Elastic Block Store. At the time, we can discuss what is a snapshot and everything. In the meanwhile, to avoid the unwanted charges, we are going to delete that snapshot also. Click on the snapshots under Elastic Block Store, and you can see there is one snapshot. And you can see the description. This is the snapshot of the destination AMI called this destination AMI. Okay, so select this snapshot, click on actions, delete snapshot, and click on delete. So you will not be charged for that AMI in Mumbai region, but still we have AMI in Northern Virginia. So that is applicable for the charges if you exceed more than that allowed size. Okay, so now let us move to the Northern Virginia. Now I am switching to the Northern Virginia region, and right now I am in the snapshots page, and you can see one snapshot. This is related to the AMI of Northern Virginia. If you try to delete this, you cannot delete it. You cannot delete it. You will get an error because it is linked with an AMI. Unless you deregister the AMI, you cannot delete the snapshot. You can see it is currently in use by this AMI ID. Okay, right. So by default, what we can say that by default, all the AMIs are private. By default, the custom AMIs are private. By default, custom AMIs are private, and they are region specific. That can be used in the same region only. You cannot use across different regions. So now what I do is, share the AMI, my web server, with public, with public. So I'm doing that, like I'm converting the AMI, which is available in the Northern Virginia, as a public AMI. Now what will happen? What will happen? Anybody can use that? Yes, but where they can use? Only in Northern Virginia they can use. They cannot use in a different region. If I share my AMI to everyone in Northern Virginia, that means anybody can use that AMI in the Northern Virginia only. They cannot use in any other region. First, let us see how to do that. So go to your EC2 service. Make sure you're in the Northern Virginia region, because our AMI is available in Northern Virginia. Then click on AMIs under images. Select the AMI which you would like to convert into a public AMI. Then here, select the permissions tab. Right now it is a private, right? And if you scroll down, this AMI is not shared with any account also. It's a private. Now click on edit AMI permissions and select public. And click on save changes. Now anybody can use my AMI in Northern Virginia. How they can check? They can search using this name, or they can search using this AMI ID also. But that has to be searched in the Northern Virginia. If they search in any different region, it is not possible. Now I have a different requirement that I don't want to share my Amazon machine image with everybody. Instead, I would like to share with a specific Amazon account only. I would like to maintain that image as a private, but a specific Amazon account can access my AMI. Like let us say your Amazon account. Only you can use. How to do that? Share the custom AMI with a specific AWS account only. That means nobody can use my AMI, but only one person, like one Amazon account, can use. For this, what we have to do is collect the AWS account ID with whom you would like to share. You have to get their AWS account ID, and then we can share it. So let us see how to do that. So I need to get some account ID, like which is at like 12 digits or 13 digits account ID is there, right? From where we can get, let us say if I would like to share with your Amazon account. So what you have to do is you have to click on your account name and you will get this account ID, which is 12-digit number. You have to share this account ID with myself. You have to share your account ID with me so that I can share my Amazon account with your account ID. How can we do that is the same process. Go to the EC2 service, go to AMIs, select the AMI which you would like to share, go to permissions, click on edit, and here I would like to keep it as a private, because if it is a public, no need to share with anybody, right? Anybody can access. At the bottom, I will create add account ID. So here I will give your account ID here. I will give your account ID and then click on share AMI. So now my AMI is a private and only this Amazon account can use my Amazon machine image. But unfortunately here I have used my account only, right? So that's why nobody can see that. If I enter the valid account ID, that particular AWS account can use my Amazon machine image. Let us say, assume that you shared your AMI with myself. Then where I can see that? If you share your Amazon machine image with me, then where I can check? So you have to go to the AMIs, but here you cannot see. Why? Because here it is only showing owned by me. So you have to change like this. So like this, you can see. Because someone like I used some different AMIs for different purpose. That's why I got here. Or even if you don't see here, what you can do is while you are creating the EC2 instance, directly you can see there also, because that is important, right? So here you can click on my AMIs. Here you can see one option called shared with me. This is the correct place where you can use the AMI. Select this one. And you can, from the drop down, you can select that. Actually, these two are shared with my account. That's why I'm seeing these two. So if I share my AMI with you, then you can see that my web server in this particular place. Just instead of owned by me, you have to select shared with me. Okay. This is how you can maintain the AMIs. Once you are done with your practical, so here also delete your EC2 instances. Delete your EC2 instance and delete the AMI and delete the snapshot also, just to avoid the unnecessary charges. But in the real time, they don't delete the AMIs, because whenever they create the AMI, they have some purpose, right? They will maintain that. But for us, money like charges matters, right? For learning purpose, nobody wants to pay the money. But don't worry, even if after 1 month, if you got some bill, we can get that, what we call that, they can remove that bill for at least once or twice. You have to create a support ticket, and you have to mention that I'm using this account for the practice purpose. So they will check what all services you have used, and they will mention you that if there is any service running with the bill, so they will ask you to delete all the services. Once you delete, they will give you the credit waiver. That means if there is a bill of like $100, that entire amount will be removed. But not every time, at least twice you will get that kind of a discount. They will remove the bill for at least twice. But if you try to do that every month, there is a less possibility that you can get that kind of a waiver. Okay, so let me remove the AMI also. Select this, click on actions, and here deregister AMI, deregister AMI. And then snapshot also to be deleted. So this is how you can clean up the AMIs once we are done with the practice. Okay, so are you guys clear or any questions on this? So in this EC2, we have a few things left, like we haven't seen like how to create the spot instances, and we haven't seen how to create the reserved instances, right? And how to select the dedicated host or dedicated type of tenancy models. Those topics we can cover in the tomorrow's session. Okay, so by tomorrow we can complete the EC2 topic. Okay, so any other questions? And the tomorrow topics will not take much time. Hardly we can complete in the 40 minutes or so. After that, we can go with some questions. Like if you have any questions or if you got any issues while you're doing the practical, that we can cover in the tomorrow session. We will have like almost like half an hour time tomorrow. We can discuss. Okay, any questions on this? Like AMI or EC2? Okay, so if you are clear, you guys can leave. If you have any questions, just wait. Sorry? Where? What happened? Like what exactly error is? some steps. Okay, actually I shared the text file. So today I will upload it to the Google Drive. So yeah. So you mean like the steps, right? The commands part or which one you use? Commands and as well as the lines. Okay, what you have written, like what exactly you have written the steps? Do you remember any steps or not? No issues. I will upload the document. Just follow the steps. Yes, because AMI to be created from the EC2 instance. AMI to be created from the EC2 instance. So without having an EC2 instance, you cannot create the AMI. But whatever is available in the EC2 instance, that will be automatically added to the AMI.
Sir, if, like you said, like tomorrow we have a half an hour left for the doubts. Right? Can you show us that website hosting?
Yeah, sure. I will show you.
Manual HTML website create manual HTML website. So service HTTPD. ఇక్కడ వరకు వచ్చిందా చైన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ
CD space where security group లో rating లో security group service start అయిందా service HTTP start
Sir, I wanted to ask, we are doing this everything at AWS on Windows, right? Can we do the same on Mac?
What is your requirement of Mac? Requirement of servers, nobody will use a Mac, right? They will use either Windows or Linux.
Okay.
Nobody will use a
If
Mac.
I have a Mac laptop,
Okay.
then
Okay.
can I do that?
We have a Mac.
No.
In the Mac also, Linux, the same by default terminal.
Okay.
Directly in the terminal you can
So there won't be any features changes or everything will be
But
same
don't do
for all
anything
the
on your laptop, right?
Yes.
Don't do anything on your laptop.
Yes.
Just we are using your laptop as a tool.
Yeah.
So in the Mac also you can see remote connection or something instead of remote desktop connection. By using that.
Just stop the instant the server is running at the back. So does it charge?
Stop or close the connection.
Stop.
Stop is shutting down.
Yeah.
For the EC2 instance, it will not be charged.
Okay.
But the storage is there, right?
Yeah.
The storage will be charged.
What if we close it?
Close means termination.
So it doesn't charge.
Termination means it will not be charged.
Okay. If we I am accessing it and this I'm stopping it, this, so it will charge.
If you stop it, you have a free trial of 750 hours per month, right?
Yeah.
They don't calculate that 750 hours because your instance is not running, right? If your instance is stopped, they won't calculate how many hours you are running. Stop, there is no problem with the hours, but storage is only 30 GB free storage on the server. Storage. If you are using less than 30 GB, you will not be charged. If you are using more than 30 GB per month, then you will be charged.
Sir, I'm creating a steps. I'm stopping it, but I have deleted the server. I have deleted the server which I created. Okay. I'm just stopping the instance. So does it not charge for anything?
And storage will be charged.
That's not good.
What is the storage size?
So 8 GB.
8 GB, which is less than 30 GB, right? So you will not be charged. What if you have 10 EC2 instances? All the 10 instances you stop. So altogether, how much storage you have? 80 GB. You exceeded 30 GB, right? In that case, you will. Save అయిందా
మీరు EI space index.html ఇచ్చారా? అది sudo వాడారా? sudo లేకపోతే అర్థం అవుతుంది. sudo లేకపోతే అర్థం అవుతుంది. ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి sudo space EI space index.html create the slash HTML. ఇసి ఫ్లాష్ యూజర్ కూడా ఉంది. మీరు రూట్ యూజర్స్ చేయాలా? యూజ్ చేయకపోతే మీరు చెప్పిన కమాండ్ వస్తుంది. ఎంటర్ ఎనీ కమాండ్ సేవ్ అవుతుంది. నేను షేర్ చేస్తాను. కంప్లీట్ న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ క్రియేట్ స్పాట్ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ రిజర్వేషన్. IAM prompt is only to create the users. Like in the created the instance as an IAM user, right?
Yes.
Okay. What I got is like you created the instance using the IAM service. You can create if the user has a permission. You can
Created instance using that
IAM user got also.
we can do that. Instead of that, I should go in.
Generally, the real-time root user will use the IAM user, but the user must have the permission.
I should do it in desktop connection. Something like this. So, what should be written in that
Public IP address.
Public IP.
Public IP address for the Windows company. If it is a Linux, you have to use the cookie.
So, like in Windows, the cookie tool is like not required.
Want to log into the Windows computer?
That's how. Got it.
You want to log into the Windows computer? RDP is required.
Yes,
RDP
yes.
If you want to log into the Linux, cookie is required. And I'm talking about the perspective like Windows machine.
Okay.
So, after that, what will be
We'll ask you the username and password. Username and password. For Windows, administrator is the user.
Administrator.
Password, you have to go to the command and there you can
Decrypt the file.
get password.
Sir, what about the Saturday classes? Do we have any classes?
Tomorrow is Saturday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow is
Yeah,
Saturday.
tomorrow is
Every Saturday.
every Saturday.
What about the Linux classes, sir? Starting that we have a Linux class.
This every 3 days I think Linux classes.
Yes, Pawan, you can unmute and just you can ask the question.
Yeah, hi, sir.
Yeah, hi.
So I have a question on the AMI. Like I was parallelly trying on the AWS console,
Okay.
but I was actually willing to know how can we create a custom AMI? Is it with the process of registering first? And if we're registering, what should be the things that we need to fill it? I see
What do you
there.
mean by registering?
I mean, I tried creating my custom AMI.
Okay.
So while creating, it is asking for only registering first. And first we need to register the AMI and then we have to select the type of kernel and there are a lot of things.
No, not required. I don't know like what exactly you have done.
Okay.
Have you did the same process?
Actually, I missed that because I was parallelly doing that. Yeah.
Okay, somewhere you got missed. What you have to do is select the EC2 instance.
Okay.
Actions, image and templates. You have to click on create image. That's it.
Okay.
So automatically, whatever the questions asked for you, everything will be taken from this particular EC2 instance. It has some Linux kernel, right? Everything will be automatically taken from that running EC2 instance.
Okay. So the option comes in the action side?
Yes, actions.
Okay. So from the existing EC2 instance in the action, we will be going inside the image and templates and there we will be creating one.
Create image. That's true.
Oh, I missed this. That's why I was
that's
actually.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Anybody else? Okay, just try to complete the practicals so that tomorrow we have enough time. So whatever the questions you got while you're doing the practicals, you can ask in the tomorrow session also. Thank you, everyone, and we'll meet tomorrow at the same time.